Welcome back again. Last time I leave, we did mention the fact that we have a review two scope. Because again, if you get a scope mount, you need a scope to put on it as the optics when you hit the range. Not that we have anything with iron sight, but I said last time where I get hold. I really like shooting in a prescription glasses. It just feels weird. Alright, so what we do now, we are prepared go in the range and open up back, hopefully, somewhere like, February, March-ish, and we kind of get this thing under control. But we're not going to divert, we'll stick to the thing. So what we do now, we add two scope. Now, there's a variance between, the slight variance between these two scope in terms of its aesthetics and also the functionality. So, this is what you call a red dot optics. Now it comes boxed in this little box here, kind of little finicky. And I will do any unboxing. I guess come in no instruction manual or anything much. I guess instruction manual are Chinese, go figure. You learn Chinese just to operate it, but it's self-explanatory. But one thing again, where that big giveaway where me hate this. Once it said that, once it comes hits a made in China, right away to me is a dead giveaway. It have to go back. But then again, to not only that, we go over it and then compare to the other reflex sight. So while it's a red dot, we have a reflex sight. This one is called what you call a reflex sight. Now there's some difference to them. We'll go over that. Now, this red dot here is from Pinty. As I say, made in China. Come with two dust covers. The only thing that I hate about this, you can't see straight through the dust cover, which don't make any sense, because again, if you're in a situation where you have to get the firearm and target in a hunting situation or whatever, you don't really have time to pop your dust cover. And it's so hard it is. Now imagine you do this and boom, your fire is to pop your dust cover for look, and you have to pop two dust cover to look through. Now that kind of throw you off, and to me that was a dead giveaway initially. But anyway, that never break the camel back. Again, we tell you about how me like to roll when it comes to purchases for my sport. We like to stay conservative and try to use the minimum we have to get the maximum out of them, which is sometimes the same amount of man get for my and stuff. But let me show you what I mean by being able to look straight down the optics. If you look on this one here by True Glow, I can look straight down the optics with the dust cover skills. I don't have to pop the dust cover. Now, it kind of give you a little opaque view, but again, at the bottom of the day, at the top of the day, I don't have to waste time to pop the dust cover. I'm also popping dust cover make a go with that sound too. You can, throw off and you pray where you try on the animal run off, because again, remember, animal have better hearing than human, so this definitely will throw them off. Anyway, so moving on, you got the windage adjustment to your left, and you got the elevation at the top, and you put in a regular battery up here. Now, for this one, it has a green dot with 6 different settings, and a red dot also with 6 different settings. Let me see if we can show what that look like. So you click here from the top. I guess let me see if you can see that. You can see it good if you can't. That's how it go. We are doing thing and we are trying to set up, which is a pretty powerful dot. So if you drop the magnification down, you can drop it all the way from the 0 to from 1 to 6 and get a real fine dot, or you can have a very thick dot. And you can have that in about red and green, which most people say the green illuminate better in the days than the red, in the daylight than the red. I'm not that familiar with the green dot. I'm going to try the green dot up the price on optics. So for me, I stay away from anything with up the price. Okay, I get it done with the red dot if I have to. Again, so not too bad for the price. feel well manufactured and all. Big side picture. I haven't used it yet to see how it hold up on the shock of a 7.62 by 39, which is AK round or whichever firearm I want to put it on. So moving on now, we go back to the Piace scope. So again, I did say this is a red dot. This is a reflex sight. The difference between them, as opposed to a red dot in here, you'd have more see a luminous picture inside the window sight in here. Now aesthetically, kind of like this. Weight wise, this here it weighs about a quarter of this one, so that already kind of make me gravitate towards this. But then again, depending upon the environment where you use the firearm in, one might be better than the other, so be careful of that. Because if you in an environment where it was snow and wet and moisture and mud, if me I go out in the woods, you know, like a day when it all rain and we are truck around in the mud and all that, this might not be the optic for you now. Because you can have a dust cover for pop on and protect your optics till you need it, this might be it. However, if you have a long distance to lug a lot of weight, and depending on the rifle you walk around with, you have weight behind you. So choose carefully and choose for the mission. Nonetheless, if we look at this one here, much more aesthetically pleasing, I say much more lighter. So for me, this probably look more like a red dot, reflex sight for your AR than it probably is for your AK. AK a little bit more rugged. Just look at the thing and you can see well then it very rugged. It now, you know, make with the, you know, with the manufacturing aesthetics like the AR. So while this one here, you have the windage and elevation at the side and the top. You have your windage here with this little screw. You adjust your windage, right? I think the elevation somewhere, I think you only have windage, no elevation on this one. You have a 5 setting at the back here, in which you can see either a red dot, side picture will look like a scope, or a compilation of all. Let me see if you can see this. So first, you press this button at the side, and you see to get on target with this much quicker. You press the button at the side, and it's on, right? You can see. Let's see if you can see that. So you can see the reflex sight in there, which is pretty cool. Because again, once you get on target with this, once you put the sight picture on whatever you're aiming at, you're pretty much on target within about a 2 or 3 MOA, and we soon get into how the explanation of MOA. So, all right. So as far as sight picture is concerned, they provide different options. Again, depending on the mission, you might want to choose one or the other. Now moving on to the bracket, or to the restraint and the mount. You can see here you have a 2-piece catch, which catches onto the Picatinny rail and secure the red dot to the mount. Now, whereas, and I like this a little bit more, got a little bit more secure, the Piace, you can see where the mount is a little bit more rigid, a little bit more well manufactured. You can also feel a different quality into this. It costs a tad more than this one, but not where most high-end stuff with a cost. So you can see where this kind of a little bit more rigid, kind of have a rigid plate that go across and secure the scope to the weapon. Well, this one here, you see it made out of several different pieces. The disadvantage of this one, as you can probably see in our earlier video, while you're trying to secure this to the mount, either one of these can fall off and put you in a situation where they either Have to operate without a scope, or at worst lose parts feet. So this one here is a dead giveaway for me, the restraint. I kind of like the one piece restraint. Now, moving on to accuracy. Let me look at the capability of this mount. They say it have a 0.5 MOA or 5 MOA. 0.5 MOA, which is pretty good. No, I probably don't believe it, but 0.5 MOA is pretty good, and I'll explain to you what that means. What that means is MOA is a term where them use for minute of angle, and you're going to see a lot of times in my videos you're going to see we have to reference mathematics to explain to you how things work. Now, a lot of people might say, "Boy, yeah, looks kind of like going on all them things," but that's not the case. I like the engineering behind it, the science behind it, technology behind it. And one of them things that behind rifles is the calculation for trajectory and all of that, and the MO and stuff. So I'm gonna just give you a quick basic rundown. So a minute of angle really means is an offset from your point of aim, right? So you know, say 60 minutes in a 60 seconds in a minute, right? So it's a degrees you're actually calculating from your point of aim. So basically, each time you move to a certain angle, you half by that much minutes of angle. So the more minutes of angle you have, the more your accuracy. So it's just basically a measure for the accuracy of the scope, which means at 100 yards, you'll typically have a 1-inch spread and a 1 MOA. So we assume is a linear calculation. I'll show you why it's a linear calculation. Is a 0.5 MOA. So that means that you probably can get a 0.5 grouping, 0.5 inch grouping at 100 yards. So let me show you that calculation works. So this is a little crudish visual of that. And I will get a board and I can show better visuals. But anyway, tell us, so we like the mathematics, so we drag out the engineering formula mathematics, so work out how to work out MOA. So typically, because it's a linear calculation, your MOA would have pretty much work just the same. So at 100 yards, calculate the MOA is 2 times pi times R, a constant, and R, the constant, is the seconds within. Let me go back and refresh memory. So there are 360 degrees in a circle and 60 minutes of arc in each degree, totaling 261 minutes of angle. So the R in the equation is for the 261 minutes of angle, and pi, you know, say 3.142 times 2. So now, how you calculate that out now? So if you shoot at 100 yards, right, this divided by 21600. So it is 2 times pi divided by 2 times pi times R, which is the distance you shoot, divided by the total minutes of angle in a 360 degrees, right? So that would have come out to 2 times 3.142 times 21,600. I don't know if this upside down, I have to figure that out. So that equal to 1.0472 grouping at 100 yards. And if you want to have 200 yards, that'll be the same times 2, 300 yards times 3, and so on and so forth. Now, as you go over like 300 yards, with the bullet drop in the arcing, your accuracy will go way off, and that's why people head to the bigger rounds, the Lapos and all of them things, if you get more accuracy over distance, because the bullet, once these regular type of bullet get over a certain distance, they start to lose energy and they start dropping much more. So these don't really apply up onto it. Furthermore, you don't use red dot probably over 200 yards anyway. So you would not really have to do that. But anyway, if this say it is a 0.5 minute of angle, then that's pretty much a pretty good grouping, to be honest with you. Now, the reflex sight, again, as we tell you, depend upon the mission. The reflex sight, you probably would have want to stick to a close. You probably want to stick to a distance within 50 yards. If you're going to use a reflex sight, probably say I would. However, if I choose to get a little bit more accuracy up 100 yards, I think I might want to stick with the Pinty. Again, the only thing I told you that I don't really like with it is that you can't look straight on the side post, two things, and the fact that the security to the picketing rail is just too many pieces, which is a dead giveaway if you have to disassemble your sights and take out the rifle for whatever reason. Now, if you look at this one here, again, it's so easy it is if I need to pop it off. Bam, bam, pull this and it right off. Okay? So, functionality are part of how we choose which of these products we keep or which one get to go back. So, for right now, honestly, I think I'm going to keep this one, the Fiachi. I think I like this one. Probably not for an AK. But for our AR, and what we're going to keep doing, we're going to send this one back again because the dust cover. And again, I can buy a dust cover for it that I can look through and much more silent. But the objective is to get everything in a one package. And again, the made in China throw me off. It's just too blatant. Probably if they do it like the Fiachi, where it's just a little thing on the side, we could have lived with it. But just too much up in my face. We can't deal with that. So I'm going to go with the Fiachi, even though it's what they made in China. You might say, well, it makes sense, you have to decide that. They have pull, split here. Yeah, I may have split here, but it's just too much in. And then again, not only that, the boxing of the product. Look on this box, I look on this one. Much more professional, much more aesthetics. Look like you get a few more for your money, even though the more way you get, irrelevant. But, not only that, you also get a manual that's written in English. Yeah, change. There you go. And you get spare battery. And you get the tool to go with it. So, to me, as I said, this I'm going to keep, and because I like to keep the boxes for these products, because again, sometimes you might get lifetime warranty on them, like with the Viper Vortex. I have a VIP warranty where no matter what, if I just, well, me not really get mad like that to just break my things, but let's just say something that man, you just feel for just fling it up on the wall and break it. No matter them not ask you how it break it, just send it back on your goods. But one thing though, you have to have the box to send it back, so them can receive it. So again, thank you very much for watch the channel again, and me keep on informed on how this product work. If you don't have any questions or want to ask, feel free to drop a comment. I say as far as the like, share, of course, subscribe. This is the go. If it worth something to you, like that, share, subscribe. That's still cool with me. All right, respect, peace. Catch you in the next go around.